We do not want to harm anybody's sentiments over here. With all of these in mind, I kindly request all of you again to kindly switch off your camera, and it is time now to hand over the baton or the mic and the online platform to one of the most talented Toastmasters that at least I have come across. He is none other than the President Akash Bhajanka. President Akash Bhajanka, the podium is all yours.
Thank you so much, Sajid Adams, Toastmaster Saptarshi Roy Chaudhary, for that wonderful start to the meeting. May I request all of you to please switch on your videos. Guest Diksha, guest Ronik, Vijay, Pooja, Nitin, can you all switch on your videos? Sakshi. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Well, I welcome all of you once again to the 159th chapter meeting of Elite Toastmasters Club. Right now, I don't have a gavel to bang, so I'll bang my decks with my hand. Well, here we start our meeting. I declare the meeting open. Well, Toastmasters, yesterday, I celebrated my 1-year anniversary. Of course, the breakup anniversary. So in the happiness of achieving singlehood for 1 entire year, I decided to give away 500 rupees to all of you tonight. How many of you want it? Raise your hands. How many of you want it? Okay, many. I'll just see again. Just I'll change the view. Okay, raise your hands again. Okay, now I'll crumble this note. You still want it? Okay. Now, even if I throw it down and stomp on it, we'll still want it, right? This note. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, what's the model behind this? Well, all of you want the note, not because of the exterior paper. We want it because it has 500 value attached to it. Well, same goes with a person and same goes with you. Life might throw many things to you, many problems, many dark phases, many other things. Your life might not be going according to your expectations, but that doesn't mean that your value has been degraded. If you wear a gold, you'll always stay a gold. So never choose a person according to the exterior characteristics, but always look at the inside value of a person. Well, I was just joking. I won't be giving any 500 rupees. I'm a banya and I won't give 1 rupees for free. So moving on, with that motivation in mind, let's have the guest introduction. We have many guests with us tonight, so I don't think that I will be able to take all your introduction, but I'll try my best. Guests, just introduce yourself to the club, how you came to know about this Toastmaster thing, and a little bit about yourself. Starting with guest Sakshi Jain. Madam, please unmute yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Sakshi Jain and I'm pursuing BCom Honors from Goenka College, and I came to know about Toastmasters long back, but I got this opportunity to join as a guest today.
Thank you so much, Sakshi. I hope that you'll have a great time here with Elite Toastmasters Club. Well, guest Ronit Bala, if you can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Ronit. I'm a second year BCom student from St. Xavier's. I participated in UNIA 1.0, and somebody today from the Elite Club approached me and asked me to join in. So yeah, I'm here.
Thank you so much, Ronit. I'm sure that you love the meeting, you love the Toastmaster structure, and you'll soon become a Toastmaster too. Well, Diksha, Diksha, can I have your introduction?
Hi everyone, I'm Diksha and I'm a freshman at St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, pursuing BCom Honors. I'm a sports enthusiast and I'm really happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Diksha, for joining us. We have a lot of Xaverians out there, so you won't feel uncomfortable here and you'll enjoy a lot. Well, moving on, I'll take 2 more guests and rest can give your feedback at the end of the meeting. So guest Sujal, Can you unmute yourself?
Hi, good evening,
Just
everyone.
introduce yourself to the club. Can I
Good
have
evening,
your
everyone.
camera switched on, please, if it's possible?
Sorry, please, not possible. I'm not in the
No
condition.
worries, no worries, no worries. Just introduce yourself.
Yes, I am Sujal Khandelwal and I am in Xavier's College, first year, and
Okay.
I am living in Kolkata and I'm pursuing Chartered Account.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sujal. I hope that you'll have a great time here. Well, guest Naman Goenka, this will be the last guest, and rest of you can give your feedback at the end of the meeting. Guest Naman.
Hello, my name is Naman Goenka. I have participated in the earlier 3 events and I am pursuing BCom from Bhawanipur College and I've enjoyed the event which I participated in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naman. Glad to know that you enjoyed Unoya, and soon you can become a Toastmaster too. Well, with that, I'll end the guest introduction here. And without any further ado, it's time that I introduce someone who's a champion in the field of public speaking. She is an inspiration for many of us, many of the young students. She inspires us to do more for Toastmasters fraternity. She has been an integral part of Toastmasters since many, many, many years, if I'm not wrong. And she is a past area director. She is a distinguished Toastmaster and, of course, a distinguished person. With a very charming smile, let's welcome Toastmaster of the Day, Archita Tiwari, DTM, with her team First Impressed with First Impressions. Toastmaster Archita, the podium is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Akash. And that is a wonderful introduction from a wonderful president. And I think good evening, first of all, to everybody present here. It feels wonderful to come every single time at Elite. And I'm very thankful to Toastmaster Akash for calling me in and giving this opportunity to be with all of you once again. Elite is a very special club because every single time that I'm here, it feels like it's so lively and it is so much fun, and it has a lot of students. It has, like, half the BCom fraternity in Kolkata, I think. So I heard a lot of BCom, and welcome everyone. It's nice to see some of you smiling on a Saturday evening at the virtual podium. I thought everybody had started partying on Saturday except for me. It's nice to have some people along with me. So thanks for doing that and being here with us. The reason why I chose first impressions or impressed with first impressions is because people often say that, oh my God, my first impression went really horrible. I'm like, what did you do? And they're like, I don't know, just hit on someone who wasn't interested. I'm like, way to go, man. That was really nice. You should have done that more often. Jokes apart, guys, first impression is extremely important. Whether it is your interview, whether it is you just introducing yourself to someone who later might be a contact, a friend, an acquaintance, your soulmate. Always remember, people will never forget the first time they've met you. I don't. No matter what it is, you will always remember the first time you see someone, the first time that you interact with someone, the first time that you are actually either impressed or depressed by them, both of which is equally possible. And the reason I'm saying this is because people are unaware of a concept that I'll introduce to you today, and that's called unaware of first impression. Yes, which means that a lot of times your first impression is being created without you being aware of it. Your first impression can be created by the gossip that your ex friends, no offense intended, share with other people. Your first impression can be created when you've had a really rough day and unfortunately you're yelling at a cab driver and someone sees you across the road. Your first impression can be created when you've been scolded by your parents as you walk out, and while you're getting into a cab with another passenger, you're yelling at somebody. You are not aware when your first impression is being created on different people. And that is why you always have to be at your humble best behavior. I will not say fake, but be at a humble behavior, being aware that someone is around you. I will tell you more of how to do this and ask you different questions. But before I do that, let me tell you the 3 sections of a Toastmasters meeting. In Toastmasters, we have 3 different sections, which I think are 3 different ways of first impressions. Number 1, when you know you are supposed to meet someone. Previously, I used to call it planned interviews or corporate interviews. Today, people like to call it Tinder dates. So you plan and you go and meet someone and you are at your best behavior. You know exactly what to say, exactly what to do. This section in Toastmasters is often called as the prepared speech section. You know you will be called on stage, you know you will be given 5 to 7 minutes, you know you have to speak well, and you know that you will be evaluated by someone, or in other cases judged by someone at the end of your speech. So that's the first section of first impressions and Toastmasters. The second section of first impressions and Toastmasters is sudden meets. When you don't know you're supposed to meet someone suddenly, when your friend drags you along to Pizza Hut and introduces you to another friend, or when your teacher suddenly makes you stand in front of everybody in the class, or during a board meeting or a corporate meeting, your boss tells you to stand up and introduce yourself. That's the second section of a Toastmasters meeting, also known as table topic sections, where impromptu you will be given a topic and you'll be asked to speak for a minute or two. And finally, the third section. Now, this first impression is something that I think is extremely important, and I often call it the therapeutic first impressions. You meet someone for the first time, and more often than not, they turn out to be those people who give you advice. You get impressed by them, and in turn, once you've spoken, you ask them, have you performed well? Sometimes, when you go meet your therapist for the first time and share your entire story, and then ask them, what is the problem with me? Why am I behaving like this? Trust me when I say a general evaluator may not be a therapist, but his role in a Toastmasters meeting is equally important. He's the person who will tell you exactly what it is that you've done right on stage and what is it that you need to improve on with your speeches, with your body language, with your voice modulation when it comes to communicating in Toastmasters or even outside. So I think it's a fantastic role play, and it is extremely important that we pay attention to it. Today's general evaluator, when I asked him who was the one person that in Toastmasters whom you were very impressed with in the first meeting, you won't believe what he said. And I am not making this up. He said it was you. And I asked him if I met him first at the Toastmasters meeting. He said no. I came to Elite Toastmasters. You were giving a speech over there. And I guess it was one of the final meetings of Toastmasters. I don't know if you remember, but you were also my debate judge during the Spring Fest at IIT Kharagpur. Honestly, Saptarshi, my memory is really bad. I have the Gajni syndrome, so as I like to call it. So I may not remember the first meetings, but I do remember seeing you in LH, and I do remember attending a couple of meetings where you've played different role plays and given speeches. So yes, I'm happy and glad that I've been able to meet you. Someone who is a very passionate Toastmaster, has an energy to really make sure that the meeting starts on a fantastic note. Please put your hands together for the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Saptarshi Roy Chaudhary.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I'm still stuck between Tinder dates to being a therapist. I mean, surely when I heard Tinder date, I really wanted to meet a therapist, and now that I have to act as one is a little difficult job. However, I think as the general evaluator, it is my job to evaluate anybody and everybody who comes on stage and speaks, which is a very difficult job to do because I'm not a perfect person myself. And every now and then, especially with the theme that goes first impression, when people meet, they have only one impression. This lad's got to improve in everything. But in this humongous task that I have, I have three people. It's a very Indian thing, right? Whenever you have a task, you have subordinates and you just give them the jobs, and it just makes your life a little easier. So like that, I have three people who's going to help me out with this. At first, I have the timer, Toastmaster Unmish Mishra. Toastmaster Unmish Mitra, could you just explain your role today?
Yes. Hello, Toastmasters. So today I will be timing all the speeches as well as the impromptu table topics, and along with that, I am also going to time every one of you who have taken up different roles other than the roles under the evaluators. Apart from that, nothing else from me at this point. I would be generating my report at the end of the session. Thank you.
Timer, could you just show all of us the timing cards before we actually move into the session as
Yeah.
to how you will be displaying?
Sure. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Toastmaster.
Yeah. So for the table topics, I would be showing the green card at the 1 minute mark, yellow card at the 1.5 minute mark, and red card at the 2 minute mark. For the prepared speech, do correct me if I am wrong. I would be showing the green card at 6 minute mark, the yellow card at 7 minute mark, and red card at the 8 minute mark. Am I correct about it?
No, Mish, it will be 5, 6, and 7.
5, 6, and 7. Okay. So totally we'll have 8 minutes after that. So which stops showing, right?
There will be a 30 seconds for all those guests
Okay.
who are here. There will be a 30 seconds on the upper side, after which the speaker will be disqualified in both speech and table topics.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Unmesh. Now, next is a very peculiar role. You see, a lot of us, very influenced with the Australian cricketers, have often incorporated this amongst ourselves. The art of putting R's and ums while thinking. Now, in order to help us avoid those things, we have with us one of the most new Toastmasters, but one of the most enthusiastic Toastmasters of Elite. He's none other than Toastmaster Amlan Banerjee. Toastmaster Amlan, can you please explain your role today?
Am I audible? So thank you, General Evaluator of the Day. So as you all know, I am a very good and warm evening, first of all, to all the Toastmasters and guests present. So today I am the R counter. Now my job is to check of all the filler words and the filler sounds that the speakers might be using in their speeches. Some of the filler sounds include not only that, I'll also be keeping a track on certain long pauses and some unwanted repetitions in the speeches. At the end of the day, I'll submit my report when I am called upon by the general evaluator to do so. So that was all from my side. So over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amlan, for that very crisp report. At the end, there is a role that fascinates me the most. You see, from childhood, there was a book that I was very scared of. It was the Wren and Martin, the red color book, which is very fat. Not because the contents in it were difficult, but every time I used to make a mistake, I used to fear being hit by the same book. Now, in order to help us reiterate those ideas or relive those memories of solving Wren and Martin book, we have with us a very talented Toastmasters amongst ourselves. He's none other than our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Sahil Shanghai.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and all the guests present out here. I am the grammarian of the day. And as a grammarian, my role is to keep a track of overall usage of the grammar in the meeting. So as a grammarian, I'll be keeping a track of good usages of grammar that shall be used in the meeting and not so good usages of grammar. Along with that, I'll also be declaring the word of the day, which is audacious, meaning showing a willingness to take surprisingly bold risks. An example of this word would be, I feel Wipro took an audacious move in acquiring UK-based IT consultancy Capco. Now, to all the speakers, it is highly recommended and encouraged to use the word of the day. Whosoever uses the word of the day shall be getting a virtual round of applause or a thumbs up from the members present out here. All the best. Looking forward to having a wonderful session today. Over to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sahil Shanghai, for that wonderful word, audacious. Now, before I hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, I really request all of you to kindly switch on your cameras so that we can have a wonderful session today. And I hope that my first impression to all of you has been great. With this, Toastmaster of the day, the virtual podium is all yours.
Thank you so much, Sir General Evaluator Saptarshi Roy Chaudhary. I think your first impression was really nice because the way that you audaciously used different terms from Tinder to therapy, I think it was really, really well done. So thank you so much for doing such a wonderful description of the role play. Before I move forward into the next section, I'd just like to have a little bit of interaction and have a few questions for everybody out here. And you can raise your hand or like in the virtual platform with the raise hand feature, or you can wave out in the video and I'll ask you the question. One thing about yourself that makes you conscious. I know it's a very difficult question to answer, and it's going to take a lot of courage and guts to do it. But guys, Toastmasters is a motivating platform. If you can't accept it here, you can't accept it anywhere. So, one thing that makes you really conscious about yourself, anyone, with all honesty. I have the option of picking you up, but I'm going to be nice. Okay, Ayush is going to help us. Thank you, Ayush.
So I'm really conscious about my hairstyle, though it still looks nice, but I'm
Okay.
yeah.
So because it messes up a lot or because you think it's old school? I don't think it's old school. I'm just asking.
Now you're saying that it means that it's old school, but I believe I'd still like it. But I'm pretty conscious about it.
Okay, which is then hence proved women are not the only one conscious about their hairstyle. Women in the house, please make a note and make sure that none of these men ever tell you that again. Thank you, Ayush. Anybody else would like to volunteer and give you that answer? Give us that answer. A thing that makes you conscious. Yes, Saptarshi. We'll come to
My belly.
What is it?
My belly.
Your belly makes you conscious.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't like it. Like I don't like when somebody touches it and reminds me that it's not the right. It's not of the right size.
Oh, okay. That's, I think, a very courageous thing to say in front of everybody that, you know, you don't like it when somebody touches it and reminds you that it exists. But I really think nobody has to touch it to remind you that it would exist. Having said that, let's quickly move on to Unmesh.
Yeah,
Vijay,
so
welcome.
I think it's kind of redundant in this platform to say that, but I am conscious about when I'm speaking to a larger group. So I'm very comfortable speaking one-on-one on small groups, but if the group size increases more than 10, 15, or if there are higher ups present in that group, then I became very conscious about what I'm speaking.
You're conscious about speaking to large groups. Believe me, a lot of people here feel the same way.
Yeah.
We all try to make each other comfortable and we all try to make sure that the ice is broken, the boundaries are, you know, put away with. But a lot of us, including myself, in the first few years, like Akash mentioned, he made me sound like I've come from the dinosaur age in Toastmasters many years ago. Once upon a time, we had this Toastmaster, Archita Tiwari, who's still present here. But since my first few years, I was extremely conscious of speaking in front of everybody. But because I belong to the ice age, I'm no longer conscious. Let me go to Vijay for his answer. Thank you, Unmesh.
I'm really conscious about my height.
You're very conscious about your height, okay? And you often feel that, you know, that it would probably be judged.
Yeah, kind of like standing in standing with people of my age. I feel like inferior to them in terms of height, and like it reduces my confidence.
Can I tell you something honestly? Yes, that is only the work, unfortunate work of advertising and conditioning by Complan, Horlicks, and Bonvita. Don't let that get to you. It is corporate marketing. It is horrible sales strategy of using inferiority complex. Their ads are weird. They show this one guy who's depressed. Like he has nothing better to do in life. He's upset about his height. And fortunately or weirdly, his mother is also upset about his height. She has nothing else to worry about. Like, how much is your son scoring in maths? Who's going to worry about that? She's only worried about his height. And it is because of conditioning like this that we start feeling that height, weight, belly, color, complexion is so important. Believe me when I say it's not. And you shouldn't press yourself too much about it. My message here, and the reason why I asked everybody, is that, guys, your first impression begins with you accepting who you are and being happy with it. It's not easy. It's one hell of a task. Apologies for the language, but it is an extremely difficult task to do, to accept yourself the way you are and then go ahead. Because if you are not happy with yourself, nobody in the world is going to be happy with you. If you are not confident seeing yourself in that mirror, in that camera, Nobody else would want to spend time with you. So make sure that you accept yourself and you're happy with who you are. Tough job. I'll tell you how to do this after this prepared speech section. Before that, let me call on our evaluator of the prepared speech. When I asked him who's the one Toastmaster you're extremely impressed with, he said it is Toastmaster Abhishek Daga, because that dude speaks well. That's his language, not mine. Okay. And he said that being the Sergeant at Arms of Elite Toastmasters has been fun. So I would request Toastmaster Kushal to please tell us the evaluation objectives of our prepared speaker.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. It's for you to know that you were okay, one sec. So now I'm getting conscious here. Relax a bit. So it's for you to know that you were second on the list there.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
just
you so
flattering
much.
you.
Means a lot.
Okay. The speaker is giving his speech of level 5. The purpose of the project is for the member to share some aspects of his experience serving as a leader in a voluntary organization. Mr. Timer, please note the speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Best of luck to the speaker, and over to you again, Madam Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kushal. And thank you for telling us the objectives of the speech so transparently. We will now be able to assess the speech better and understand it to the best of our abilities. Now, the prepared speaker today is a gentleman who is an achiever in his own self. He is the current Division K Public Relations Manager. He has been the Student of the Year 2019 and 20 academic year. He has been a part of Toastmaster for 2 years now and is the youngest ever president of the Elite Toastmasters Club. He has also been a past Vice President Public Relations, acknowledged and awarded by District 41. Having said so much about him, when I asked him who's the guy or girl who he thought was amazing at his first impression, he mentioned Abhishek Daga as well. I really think we need to tell Abhishek about all the young guys, surprisingly, who are getting impressed by him. And he's one of those people who I think is an amazing person to be friends with. And I can say that I'm one of his friends, and it's an absolute delight to speak to him. And he's very, very gracious, very, very humble, and very sweet and polite. And I refuse to believe that he's been single for a year, just for the record. With that, please put your hands together for the prepared speaker of the day, Toastmaster Akash Bhajanka.
Before starting, I'd like to request all of you to switch on your cameras, please. Okay, so I'll start. Today, I want to ask all of you a single question. Which one do you think, a slap or a punch, is more powerful? Raise your hands. Punch, slap. Ladies and gentlemen, it's of course a punch. Boom. When we hit a person a slap, all our fingers hit the opponent individually. But while we punch, all our fingers unite together and the force doubles. Same is the case with a team. A team of individuals working individually is far less efficient than a team of individuals working together. And the person who gets those individuals to work together is known as a leader. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. It was 1st of July 2020 when, amidst the havoc of coronavirus pandemic, a team of 7 EC officers were selected to lead a ship named Elite Toastmasters Club. Well, I, with an experience of 1 year as the Vice President Public Relations, was given the reins of leading the team. My team was quite young. They all were college students. All we wanted were certificates. Jokes aside, we wanted that Elite Toastmasters Club remains on top and ensure that even in this situation, in this crisis situation, Elite Toastmasters Club receives all its DCP goals. Well, at first, leading a bunch of like-minded people seemed very easy to me. But sooner I realized that's not the case. Toastmaster Sahil and Toastmaster Dalia used to fight over petty issues. Don't mind me, Dalia and Sahil. But I, being friends with both, found myself in a situation of a Ludo dice floating here and there, not able to take a firm stand. But I am very intelligent. I managed to handle the situation with experience. Well, I used to call Dalia and say, Dalia, Sahil always says, Dalia, you are the best leader. Dalia is one of the most beautiful and intelligent person in Elite Toastmaster Club. Well, Dalia flattered, then I used to pull a string. But Dalia, Sahil has a complaint. He wants you to post the agenda on time. Well, Dalia, still flattered, used to accept and say, okay, I'll try it out. Well, problem solved. 1 point to the leader of leaders, aka Akash Bhajanka. Well, our second challenge came at the time of renewals. We found out that most of our members were not attending sessions regularly. So we were worried. We called them individually and asked them. And we got to know that the online sessions were becoming quite monotonous. And we needed to pull something out of the box. We pondered on it and finally came up with new interesting ideas like debate, roasty, table topic marathons, and much more. Well, the technique purani hai, but it still does wonders for me. Well, Toastmasters, with our little effort and also a little bit of buttering, we were able to ensure that our club stays stable and healthy. Not only that, we ensured by the end of the term, we complete 9 DCP goals out of 10. Mind you, with 6 months to spare and with a smedley in our pocket. Well, with a very successful leadership term, I recently asked my team members, Acha guys, can you rate my leadership skill? 1 positive and 1 thing I could improve on. Most of them mentioned that I am a very calm person. And this helps me to stay calm when everyone loses it. I motivate people. Mind me, they feel that I motivate them to work for the club. I synchronize their individual objectives with that of the club. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these were the positives. But now, coming to the points I could improve on, my teammates mentioned that I needed to take a firm stand sometimes when it's most necessary. And they also suggested me to interact with people outside my bubble. And this would help me to grow more. Well, thank you so much, my teammates, for your wonderful feedback. Ladies and gentlemen, my experience as a presiding officer of Elite Toastmasters Club for 6 months taught me one thing. In a volunteer organization, you cannot force people to do anything. You have to understand each and every one of your members You have to understand the individual objectives. Here we don't have carrots, like higher salary or promotion to motivate people, like the other corporate leaders do. We only have to ignite that fire of motivation in our members. So the next time you go to a volunteer organization and held a position there, make sure that you throw a punch and not a slap. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akash, for that beautiful speech. And I think it was a really great punch that we needed to make sure that we come back on our leadership tracks and identify that how lucky we are to have leaders like you, like Dalia herself. Having said that, let me come to the next question that I have for all of you. And why is it that I'm asking you these questions? It is because I think that it is going to help each and every one of us to make sure that our first impressions go right. The next question that I have for all of you is, guys, there are certain problems that we face with first impression. And one of those problems is the fear of judgment. Our first impression goes wrong because we are extremely cautious, extremely worried of how people are going to judge us. What are they going to think about us? What if we say something wrong? What are we supposed to do at that time? My question that I have for all of you is, I'd like to know if there has been any single time in anybody's life over here that they've asked something or said something in the first time they met someone that they should not have and later regretted it. I repeat, have you said something to someone or asked a personal question? Yes, Kushal.
Yeah, so I have a okay. I have a senior friend by the name Tarak Garodia. So the first time we got introduced, I casually asked, like, are you by any chance related to Tarak Mehta? So it was pretty offensive at that stage.
Yeah, sort of. I really think you shouldn't have done that. Probably. Yeah. Thank you for being honest. And I really think it takes a lot of guts to say that, Kushal. Kudos to you for being able to admit that. Anybody else who's asked something weird, odd, or has been asked something weird? I'm okay with the receptive end as well. Okay, let me check. How about I see Jitesh Thakur, if I'm not wrong. Or what is the pronunciation of your title, sir? Sorry. Thakur, right. Any weird question you asked someone or you've been asked?
I've been asked about, like, I have a twin brother. Okay, so someone asked me, like, he is unidentical totally. So when I was walking with him in the tracks, one of my friends who saw him first time asked me that, is this your brother? And he also mentioned about, like, he does not look like your brother. Are you sure? And I was like,
how can you ask someone ask, are you sure? Like,
yes,
if
he was arguing. He couldn't believe that he is my brother in the first place.
That's quite possible. Okay, I mean, you sometimes brothers look very different, sisters look very different. But if I tell you that meet my sister, you'd probably ask your cousin or own sibling. That's the question I can imagine. I can't imagine someone asking, are you sure? Like, no, let me check with my parents. I'll get back to you on that. I don't think that's how it would.
They were surprised totally when they saw.
Yeah, it is quite a surprise. Okay, fair enough. Final answer from anyone who'd like to volunteer? Unmesh is already answered, so let me try somebody who hasn't. How about women in the house? Namrata, if you're here and listening.
Yep. Yes, so once I told an offensive thing to my manager that when I met him for the first time, I thought that he's some junior kind of a guy, and it was a shock to me to find out after a
Why
month.
do you think he was a junior?
Because he would play around all the time and not be serious, and he used
That's
to
what
teach.
managers do. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
So that is the reason I thought that he's some kind of a junior developer, and he used to tease me all the time. I had that picture of him only when I started working with him, and I saw that he's got a lot of information and knowledge about a lot of stuff. Only then I checked his profile, and I was in a shock that all this time I was working with a manager and I wasn't even aware. So I wanted to be straightforward about it, so I told him that. I don't know if it was offensive, but he took
It
it
was
sportingly.
definitely.
He said,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Guys, we need to know where the boundaries are. And this is my one important tip for everybody. Please don't get personal in your first time meetings with someone. Avoid asking them about their age, about their income, about their personal romantic relationships. Even if you're interested, don't make it that obvious. And don't ask them directly. It is offensive. I'm going to take that burden on behalf of everybody and say being asked about your personal relationships when you're meeting someone for the first time is offensive. Okay? Do not try to do something like that. Do not ask them about their families. You have no idea what kind of a struggle someone may be facing at home. You have no idea if their parents are together or they're not living together anymore. You have no clue if somebody is living with a single mother. You have no idea if someone's parents are no more. Do not creep into that zone and ask them about these things. Ask them about generic topics like areas of interest, for example, sports, something to do with the field that both of you might be in, which here looks like finance. It could be anything else. You can ask them about their choice of movies or books. Have generic topics and avoid asking personal life questions. That's my one important tip to make sure that your first impression comes across as a strong, confident individual who's not a creep. And the weirdest question I got asked was, and I was hanging around with my cousin, that's my brother and me, and we're pretty chill with each other. So somebody asked me, okay, oh, how long have you guys been together? I honestly did not realize he's asking as a couple. So I said, oh, we've been together forever, like around since we were kids. And they're like, oh my God, that is so sweet. And my cousin understood what it was, and I did not. So I said, yeah, obviously, I've seen this guy, like, he's been a kid and he used to, tease around other women, and he's such a flirt. I hate his girlfriend. And that person actually thought I was cool with a guy whom I am dating having multiple girlfriends. I don't know how people do that, but that I think was the weirdest confrontation I've ever had. With that, let me call on the next role player, which is the table topics master. Our table topics master for today is the associate vice president membership. When I asked her who's the lady or who's the gentleman she gets in, she thought the first impression was fantastic of. She said Toastmaster Dahlia because her evaluation was amazing that day and she was very confident and dauntless. I think on that record, Dahlia is really blushing. I'm not sure because we can't see her, but I really think that she really deserves whatever praise she's receiving. Please put your hands together for the table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Radhika. Over to you.
A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm the table topic master for today. Well, as we all know, our life throws a lot more opportunities to speak impromptu than prepared speeches. Table topic, therefore, helps you to develop your impromptu communication skills to effectively think on your feet. And since we at Toastmaster try and provide opportunity to all, this session is not restricted to members alone. Even a guest can participate. I'll just reiterate the timings for the benefit of the guest. A table topic is between 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute being the minimum time, 1 minute and 30 seconds is the target time, and 2 minutes is the maximum time. Speakers are allowed to speak for a maximum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds before being disqualified. Well, guests can change their topic once, while this option is not available for Toastmasters. So, are you scared? Well, table topics may give you the willies, and it's all right to have butterflies in your stomach. You just have to get them fly in formation. That is, think, organize, and then deliver. I hope everyone gets a shot. I may randomly call anyone up, or you can just volunteer yourself to come up on the stage by leaving a message in the chat box. So yeah, let's get started. May I have some volunteers?
Radhika, I feel that it will be better if you get everyone to switch on their cameras because it will save your time. And if they could.
So yeah, just switch on your cameras so that I can see you and I can call you up. So can I have Toastmaster Dahlia? Toastmaster Dahlia, are you there?
She's not there in the meeting, I suppose, right now.
Okay, I see one. Okay, okay, let's start with guest Vishnu Sarkar. Sir, can I have you on stage?
Yes, yes.
Are you there?
Yes, yes. I am.
Yeah. So, guest Vishnu, your topic is a good picture is worth 1,000 memories. A good picture is worth 1,000 memories. To guest Vishnu.
Okay. Words, we can make pictures with words. Every poet and writer makes so many pictures with words. When we read that, we can see the entire thing. It comes in front of our eyes. But when we see a picture, a total description is appear in front of our eyes. We can see the past, present, and the future of this picture. The background and the backhand thought. The artist make the picture, what he thought before making this picture, and what will be the reaction of the audience. Everything. We can see the pros and cons in a picture. And that's why I hope everybody believes that a picture stays more about the words. Because when we read something, we can just imagine that it's maybe this or that. But when you see it, suppose if I mention about Ellora and Ajanta, at the very beginning when men cannot speak, they do not give their communications, they use the pictures. Suppose a plow, a symbol of plow, it means the entire community is belong to in farmer community. So this single picture can give us the entire community and the entire era. And that's why I believe that picture is much more important and it tells us more about words. Thank you, the table topic master.
Yeah. So I couldn't agree more. Your speech was amazing. So let's move on to the next speaker. So can I have Toastmaster Suryadeep?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Toastmaster Suryadeep, your topic is first impressions can be deceiving. First impressions can be deceiving. Toastmaster Suryadeep.
I remember that day, the roller coaster of emotions I was going through. My college, a fest being organized. Having never ever performed on stage, humiliated, insulted all throughout my school life. That day I decided to thrash everything. The host was told in the ear that there's a guy who wants to sing a Spanish song. Anyone remembers Despacito? Yes. Thank you so much. I was walking on the stage, the host introduced me, and I became a laughing stock. For 3 minutes, all I received was boos and, oh, you're gonna suck. You're gonna do so bad. It's just gonna be a mockery. Why are you doing this? Why are you getting yourself taunted and nailed all the time? Were all the different kind of remarks from college people as well as the staff. In fact, the dean of my college walked up to me and said, nice way to entertain us through jokes. Enjoy being a laughing stock. I went onto the stage, closed my eyes, music started, and then what began was 3 minutes of absolute exuberance. I had just coordinated the beat a little more, made it a little faster. And as I went on, despacito, quiero respirar tu cuero despacito, deja que te diga cosas al oído, para que te acuerdes que no estás conmigo. At the end of the song, every soul was grooving, their hands all pumping up with the beat. A standing ovation, thunderous, rapturous applause. I did overcome the audacious attempt. First impressions are never good enough. It can be deceiving. I don't look that good, but I can perform pretty good. Wouldn't you agree with me, Table Topic Master? Over to you.
I totally agree with you. I remember listening to Despacito on loop. So yeah, let me call a guest now. So can I have guest Diksha?
Yeah, sure.
Guest, yeah. So your topic is, would you break a law to save a loved one? Would you break a law to save a loved one? To guest Diksha.
Can I just repeat the topic if I heard it correct? It is, would I break a law to save a loved one, right?
Yeah, right.
All right. Greetings, everyone. I'm Diksha, and my topic for the day is, will I break a law to save someone, to save a loved one? Well, I would break a law to save anyone, even if it's not somebody who's from my family, but also a stranger, because I think saving a life is, you're giving another life to them, because you're saving them from something really big or maybe something small, but then you're saving their life, and you have just one life. So if you can give, if you can break a law, like breaking a law is not very good. It's not considered very great. But then if it's about saving a life, then I would certainly do so. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And you can say something more. Something.
Definitely next time, but today, sorry.
Okay, not an issue. Well, we would definitely want to have more friends like you who would break the law and save your loved ones. So next, can I have guest Rohit? Guest Rohit, are you there? Okay, let's move on to the next speaker. Can I have guest Naman?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so your topic, guest Naman, your topic is, what positive changes have you made in your life recently? What positive changes have you made in your life recently? To guest Naman.
The positive change which I've made in my life is about accepting the challenges which were there, and which everyone thought that it's not possible by someone like me, and not give more attention to the society, because in most of us has I don't know about most of us, but according to me, I was earlier a lot been affected by the people, because in my earlier class 10 or 12, people were showering on me like nothing, that you must have to perform in class 12 or in the boards to get into a good college, and you don't have that much good marks in your previous days. And the positive thing which I have thought, that I have stood in my boards, and all those things, all those showering had turned into blessings, and they have turned into appreciation. So I think so that this society was only by seeing the result, not on what we are actually, and or what the challenges we are facing, and we are accepting the challenges and how we are fighting it as a warrior. Thank you.
That's a wonderful take on the topic. I can't believe you're a guest. We would love to see you as a Toastmaster. So next, I guess Toastmaster Dalia is back. So can I have Toastmaster Dalia on the stage?
Yeah. Hey, Toastmaster Radhika, I'm right here.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Dalia, your topic is bigger the setback, created a comeback. Bigger the setback, created a comeback, Toastmaster Dalia.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master Radhika. Can I have a raise of hands of all the people who believe the bigger the setback, the better, and the bigger the comeback? Well, almost all of us. Yes, once life gives us an opportunity, there is almost a 50% chance that we might be able to make it, or we might not be able to make it. In my life as well, I went for a debate. I was so confident about it that I am going to nail it. I'm going to do well. Well, that day, I came across so many people who were so much better than me. They were better. I had so much to learn from them. And that day, I didn't win at all. But what I learned was that life is a lesson. That day, I had a major setback. I didn't know that I was not good enough for this. I didn't know what I was going to do next. But with constant perseverance, each and every one of us can do what it takes to be up right there. All of us have so many setbacks in our lives. Sometimes in our public speaking journey, sometimes in our college life. But all of it actually gives us the motivation to do something better, to do something bigger in the life that we have coming forth. As it's renownedly said that as one door closes, the other opens. And right there, when your door of setback opens up right in front of you, you need to shut it right back and come up with a bigger and a better comeback. Because life is all about setbacks and comebacks. So once, even you, fellow Toastmasters and future Toastmasters, all of us have stories of such setbacks and comebacks. So once you have a setback, make sure that you try harder, try better, and be bigger and have a better comeback. What do you think, Table Topic Master?
Well, I absolutely think the same. And so next, can I have guest Sakshi? Guest Sakshi, are you there? Okay, so can I have guest Vijay? Guest Vijay?
Yes, ma'am.
So guest Vijay, you can go against the topic or go for a topic. It's up to you. Your topic is reading fiction is a waste of time. Reading fiction is a waste of time. Guest Vijay.
Okay, as per me, reading fiction is not a waste of time. Actually, fiction is something superfluous which we cannot see in real life. Like can be a space journey, or it can be attack of aliens or anything like superheroes or something. But it contains certain level of imagination which makes us think beyond what we actually live in. So it kind of help us to attain that thing in real. Suppose if there wasn't someone didn't imagine about the light, so there would be a real light in our life, light bulb in our life, or something wouldn't think of going to space or going to moon. So there would not be real thing in us, that thing we feel about, real thing we saw, or we cannot even land on the moon right then. So it's all about that fiction helps us to imagine things which we cannot live in the present but can attain in the future. So that's all I want to say.
Yeah, you were going great. So yeah, you can add 2 more points to it. Okay, that's okay. Keep coming up on the stage, and I'm waiting for you to become a Toastmaster.
Thank
next,
you.
Next, can I have Toastmaster Jitesh? Toastmaster Jitesh, are you there? Yeah. So Toastmaster Jitesh, your topic is being young is overrated. Being young is overrated. Toastmaster Jitesh.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Thank you for the topic, favorite topic master. Being young is overrated. Well, I would like to say for me that is currently and totally opposite, because I feel that being young is underrated at very extent. So I'm someone who wants to try. I have a fantasy to try everything in the world, starting from the very food. As a Gujarati, I am someone who is restricted to eating only vegetarian food, but people like me who are so much enthusiastic and want to try certain things in the world, people like me would also want to try non-veg stuff as well. And so my friends are also too enthusiastic, and that is the reason I have tried everything possible when it comes to food, apart from the vegetarian things as well. And also I wanted to tell, like, yeah, being young is something which I feel is only a part of your life. And at the same time, I feel that, life goes on. So why to wait for a particular moment? Every day is somewhere you are going, being close to your death. So live your life full and live your life at the most better and the best manner. Thank you so much for the topic. And over to you, give it up.
Yeah. So that was an amazing take. So can we will have the last speaker now. So can we have guest Sachin with can we have guest Sachin?
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah,
Am I
you're
audible?
perfectly audible. Guest Sachin, your topic is you're perfectly audible, sir. So guest Sachin, your topic is time is the greatest healer. Time is the greatest healer. Guest Sachin.
Definitely. Time is the greatest healer. Very few among us are very lucky that they don't get any kind of pain in their life. I don't think a few word about what I have used is also not right. Almost every one of us have feel a pain in our life because of any reasons. And what happens is it is up to us how we take it. Sometimes we take it very seriously, and then we walk down and we think that there is nothing in the life. But on the other hand, some people take it in a lighter way, or they have a let go attitude, because time is a big filler. After some time, we realize that for the thing which I was or we were thinking bad was that moment of fraction, and there is no end to the life. There are many things into life, but it is up to us how we take it. So that is what I would like to say. Over to you, table topic master.
What a wonderful speech. We would love to hear you more. So can we have a last speaker? Any guest who want to come up?
Can we have Sujal? Can we have Sujal?
So can we have guest Sujal?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So guest Sujal, your topic is what's that one thing you do that people think is crazy? What's that one thing you do that people think is crazy? Guest Sujal.
One thing which people think is crazy. What should I tell? I can't relate it.
It's okay. Topic is really very easy. Just say something about it. I mean, maybe something you love. You can talk about something you love. Doesn't matter if people think it's crazy or not. You can just go on about something you love to do.
Yeah, one thing I can tell. It's about 3-4 years ago where I was kind of person which I'm very short height. So at that time, I'm in my group. I have only I have a bike. So because I have short height, but still I know how to drive bike, and carrying two more friends beside me sitting in my bike, and I go tuitions, attending classes. That found me very crazy because no one has that time a bike or scooty or anything. So yeah, that's
Yeah. So keep coming up. You were amazing. So yeah, so we would love to have you next time on a meeting. So with that, I would like to conclude today's session. I hope you liked it. So yeah, back to you, table topic, Toastmasters of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Radhika. I completely agree with you when you say that we had a fun time, and I don't think you have to hope. I think we can all assure you that we all had a super, super fun times. The topics were very engaging, very exciting from my perspective, and I enjoyed listening to every speaker present here today, almost every speaker. I am sorry I had to switch off my video for a bit, but I really had super fun. So thank you so much. Before I give the stage back to the general evaluator, I just want to say one thing to everyone. When it comes to first impressions, like I told everybody, you have to first be comfortable with yourself. Once you're comfortable with yourself, try to avoid asking personal questions. And first impression is something that as you mature and grow up in life, you will gradually realize what your personality is like. It's not about faking it. So don't try that because it doesn't work. And that's going to be my final tip or my final takeaway message for all you guys. If you are being fake at the first meeting with someone, believe it or not, they will get to know about it. At least I know I do. So try not to fake yourself, just be who you are, but at the same time to maintain some boundaries and try to have or ask questions that are very thoughtful. Sincere apologies, I will have to request for your leave because I have another session to take from 7:30 p.m. So thank you so much, Elite Toastmasters, for having me here. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope to come back soon and interact with all of you again. Till then, I will say sayonara and I hand the stage back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Saptarshi Roy.
Thank you so much, DTM Archita, for your wonderful time at Elite. We all enjoyed your session and the theme was quite inspiring. We expect you to come again to Elite. And sorry to interrupt, I'll hand over the stage back to the general evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Special thank to the distinguished Toastmaster Archita Tiwari for gracing us with her presence. I think a lot of us are blessed to see such a smooth proceeding after such a long time. Thank you, ma'am. So before I move forward, can I have a raise of hands? Because everybody who's coming up on stage is asking people to raise hands. I'm feeling a little left out. So a raise of hands with all those, all those who enjoyed the meeting today, just that. All those who had enjoyed their meeting. Okay, so job's done and we can all go home now. I'm just kidding. So I'll just quickly tell you how I'll segregate the entire report. It will be first, we will have the evaluation on the prepared speech section. I'll give a very quick evaluation on the table topics that we have had because we've already surpassed the time. And then one or two lines on how the general proceedings of the meeting went. Right, without wasting any time, I now call upon the evaluator for Toastmaster Akash, who is none other than evaluator Toastmaster Kushal. Toastmaster Kushal, this floor is all yours. So you're on mute.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. And now, to my target speaker, Toastmaster Akash. What a wonderful punch you threw. In my opinion, how much ever I have heard you up till date, it has been your best speech delivery. Speech delivery wise, your best speech speech so far. I have observed you for about more than a year now, and you're obviously a good leader. There's no doubt about it. And in today's speech, we got to see some, we got to hear some inner workings of your style of leadership. For example, you can be a manipulative leader at times. How you manipulated Toastmaster Sahil and Dalia. But it's also good to hear that you also took feedback about your leadership style, etc. Now, coming to a few recommendations. First, you often had your hands. You often had your hands inside your pocket. Now, to be a leader, you don't have to express it like that physically. It should come automatically through your confidence and body language, I guess. And secondly, it was a journey of more than 6 months, and you had to wrap it up in 7.5 minutes, which is difficult. But you wrapped it up even earlier. So I felt cheated of a few more good points from your side. So that's all from my side, and I'll consider you a leader of leaders. Only if you can convince me. Okay. So 1 sec. Again, I got to take some pause. So I'll consider you a leader of leaders only if you can convince me to renew my Toastmaster membership. That's all from my side. Over to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kushal. I do not know how many of you watch soccer or follow soccer, but in FIFA there is a team called Germany, and the speciality about Germany is no matter whatever happens, they refuse to give up. Toastmaster Kushal is an exemplary example of that Germany team at Toastmasters. And I mean, the example that he sets and the way he is presented, I think a round of applause to him. Now coming to Toastmaster Akash. Akash, wonderful speech. Having the luxury of knowing Akash on a personal level, I know that he operates at a very thin line, and the thin line is different from what is right to what is right for the club. And I know Akash is slightly towards what is right for the club. And to hear that speech coming from him was wonderful. I also love the fact that you gave an example of Toastmasters as a voluntary method, because on normal sense, in our ideas, it's a preconceived notion that anything voluntary is a little different from a non-profit organization. But yes, Toastmaster organization, a leadership role in a Toastmaster organization is also a voluntary role. And I love the fact that you broke that misconceptions amongst a lot of us. Peter Douglas, one of the United Nations Inspector Agent, also he was the Deputy Secretary General for a long time, had once told me that behind every public work, there's always a personal intention. And the reason why I say this is, there's a part in this speech where Toastmaster Akash comes and tells that how everybody is looking for certificates. And in the process of doing a certificate, looking for certificates, they all do such a voluntary work. You know, it benefits us in no sense, in boundaries that are known not to anybody. Behind any proper meeting, the amount of work that goes behind is something that most of us in this auditor, most of us in this platform know about this. So kudos to you on bringing that up so effortlessly in front of everyone. Now, recommendations. Toastmaster Akash, I was waiting for certain problems or certain brainstorming ideas that you and your team had in that process of pandemic that you could have brought to us. You know, those brainstorming ideas or problems that you were dealing with could have actually helped us to understand your leadership skills a lot better. And second, your hand gestures. So I just somehow felt your hand gestures to be very mechanical. Somehow it was very calculative in mind that at starting I'll go like this, then I'll say like this, I'll say like this. It wasn't coming out very naturally. I just somehow felt that you had over practiced the speech a little too much. Or maybe under practice, that is again your opinion, but I felt it was over practice and I felt that it should come out more naturally. That's all from my side. So a very wonderful speech, and I'm looking forward to see more from you in the near future. Now, coming to the table topics, quick evaluation, I promise, as quick as I can. I might not be Usain Bolt, but now first of all, Toastmaster Bishnu Sarkar. Do we have him over here? Toastmaster Bishnu Sarkar? All right, we do not have Bishnu Sarkar. I will be giving him in form of an offline mode. I'll be giving his evaluation. Let's quickly move to Toastmaster Suryadeep. We have Toastmaster Suryadeep. Look at him, like a don is he sitting. Toastmaster Suryadeep, first impressions can be deceiving. Wonderful topic. So I understand there are different forms of modulation. There's voice modulation, there is hand gestures. There's also a thing called pace modulation. You know, there are certain ways, certain parts you speak very fast so that to make it more dramatic. Then there are certain parts where you speak slowly. Somehow in your speech, wonderful speech, there's no doubt about it. You just went with the same pace. What happens is, to the audience, it sounds a little monotonous. Although filled with hand gestures, filled with emotions, you could have added a variation of pace from places to places, just so that it becomes more interesting. Guest Diksha, do we have Guest Diksha over here? Yes, I can see Guest Diksha. Ma'am, your speech was, would I break a law to save a loved one? And you said yes, and you went on to say that yes, you would break law to save anyone. Now, I do not know if we have any legal students. I hope not, for they'll be charging you at the court very soon. However, jokes apart, although very bad joke, I feel that I think it takes immense courage to come up and speak on a topic, especially when you have 50 people, some of whom who has camera open, some of them who has camera off, and to speak on a topic such as this takes immense courage. And I really applaud you for that wonderful speech. Yes, in the future, when I listen to you, I would hope that you speak a little more. I mean, we all do, isn't it? So I would hope you speak a little more, but other than that, whatever you've spoken with the confidence that you have, kudos, ma'am, you have a long way to go. Guest Naman, do we have Guest Naman with us? Yes, sir. Guest. Your topic was what positive changes have you made in your life recently? Sir, wonderful way. The reason I would applaud you is you spoke over 2 minutes, and for a guest, that is beyond our expectations. So that was wonderful that you speak for 2 minutes, and you just not spoke for 2 minutes. You did not even beat around the bush. You had a proper structure. So I mean, I was for a moment I was confused at whether to call him Guest Naman or Toastmaster Naman, but we would love to have you at our club, sir. And I'm sure our president will get behind you very soon. Next we have so the topic was, I'm sorry, I missed the name over there. Bigger set, it was Toastmaster Dalia. Bigger the setback, greater the comeback. Do we have Toastmaster Dalia with us? The reason why the reason why I will evaluate Toastmaster Dahlia is because she's one of the most professional speakers at this level. Great tactic used by her. So at the very beginning, she went on and said, raise of hands, and then just reiterated the topic. This is a very clever tactic. It just gave her that amount of time to think of it, think of the topic for a little moment, and then speak about it. I think that was a wonderful tactic. And obviously, I mean, given the name and the respect that she has achieved in the Toastmasters world, what can I advise her on improving the speech? Next, we have guest Vijay. Do we have guest Vijay with us? Guest Vijay. All right, we do not have guest Vijay with us. I will be giving.
We do have guest Vijay.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Guest Vijay Baluka, your topic was reading fiction is a waste of time. I love the fact that you were one of the few members I've seen, few guests rather, who went on and said that I disagree to this topic and had a proper validation to it. I love that fact, sir. It's very difficult, to speak on something and then to come up and say that, no, you're wrong, and I'm going to have my own validation. Wonderful, sir. Great, smooth transition. It was almost like you were having a conversation. Just I would like it if you would switch on your cameras. I mean, I know that a lot of us are not in a position to kind of switch on our cameras, but even while speaking, if you could switch on your camera, it would be wonderful. Next, we have Toastmaster Jitesh. Do we have Toastmaster Jitesh with us? All right.
Yes.
Okay, we have Toastmaster Jitesh with us. So your topic was being young is overrated. And Jitesh, a very good friend of mine, I know from where most of the parts of his speech was coming from. I love the fact that how you started by saying that it's not overrated, it's underrated, and then you added on that you have fantasies such that you want to live a lot of other things in life. You also stated that you were a Gujarati. I loved how there was a self-demoralizing part in that, and that intended to have a humor, and it was humorous for me. I just felt that if you could have added a little bit of more drama, that humor that you were intending would have a more impact. There's a slight difference between intention and impact, and that a lot of it depends on hand gestures, drama, pace variation. So if you could incorporate those things, your impact and your intention would resonate on a very similar level. Next, we have guest Sachin Kaushik. Do we have guest Sachin Kaushik with us? All right, we do not have guest Sachin. We have? Okay.
Yes, we have him.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Guest Sachin, time is a great healer. So wonderful speech. I mean, our Toastmaster of the day was speaking about how we need a therapist. You were the therapist of this meeting. You spoke about life. You spoke about how life is great and how time will eventually heal us. Wonderful topic, sir. I actually felt you could have, because of the camera position, if you could have put it in a portrait position, maybe you could have used a bit more of your hand gestures. It would have been more evident. That's the only recommendation that I have for you at this stage. And the last was guest Sujal. What's that one thing you do that people think is crazy? Sir, I'm myself not a very tall person, but I know, I mean, I am a person of average height according to Indian standards, but I know that height is a huge issue. I somehow felt that your speech came from a little bit of pain rather than trying to impart humor. Sir, this is something that I want to share to you. If you have if you're conscious about something, make jokes about it. As when you make jokes about it, then you become a real macho person. Because a macho person does not need to be scared. He's not scared of anything, and that is something that I've always told people. You have this great appetite for humor that I found out. Maybe you can use that in future speeches. Do join us, and we would love to hear more from you. Toastmaster, Table Topic Master Radhika, I think a wonderful session created, session hosted. You had the topics that were very open-ended. People could speak about it. There was no preconceived notion or knowledge required to attempt any of these topics. There are a few recommendations. One, while reading out topics, it would be better if you could read out a little bit slower, because there were 2 or 3 cases where people were asking you to repeat those topics, and try to keep those topics a little smaller, crisp, such that people can understand it very quickly at the clap of a hand. Other than that, wonderful session. Now, as a meeting as a whole, yes, we have, I think the Sergeant at Arms started very quickly at the right time. And after that, the president gave a wonderful introduction, asking introduction from the guests. And what can be said about the Toastmaster of the day? She was wonderful. There is no recommendation on that. Yes, there have been times where we short the time that was actually put on the agenda, and we are shooting time right now. But other than that, I guess we had a lot of guests, and that's the reason why we're shooting time now. But other than that, I think a wonderful session conducted overall. With this, I now hand over the podium to the President Toastmaster.
Auxiliary role plays, Saptarshi. Auxiliary role plays, you missed him.
All right, my bad. I will now call upon the auxiliary role players. Timer, Toastmaster Umesh Mishra.
Yeah, thank you to Toastmaster Saptarshi. So I have been audacious enough to take up this role after so long, and I have timed almost everyone except for TM Archita for the inter-segment timings and Toastmaster Radhika and Saptarshi for their inter-segment timings. So here it goes. For Sergeant at Arms, it has been 2 minutes 25 seconds against 3 minutes. Opening address by President, it has been 6 minutes.
Toastmaster, since we are overshooting time, could you just kindly tell us that
about the speeches and the table topics, right?
Yeah, only the speeches.
Okay, cool. The speech given by Toastmaster Akash, it was within the time limit. It was 6 minutes 15 seconds against 7 minutes. For table topics, guest Vishnu took 1 minute 58 seconds. Toastmaster Surajit took 2 minutes 11 seconds. Guest Diksha took 46 seconds. Guest Naman took 1 minute 16 seconds. Toastmaster Dalia took 2 minutes 15 seconds. Guest Vijay took 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Jitesh took 1 minute 24 seconds. Guest Sachin took 1 minute 15 seconds. And guest Sujal took 42 seconds. And for the evaluator route, Toastmaster Kushal took 4 minutes 32 seconds against 4 minutes. So that has been the report.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Now I call upon our counter guest, Toastmaster Amlan Banerjee. Toastmaster Amlan Banerjee.
So a very warm good evening to all once again. So my report as the R counter is as follows. First, Toastmaster of the day Archita. Unfortunately, she is not there. She used the filler sound R 4 times. President Akash, you were simply flawless throughout your delivery without any hesitations. Table topics master Radhika, you used the word once and thrice. Toastmaster Saptarshi, you used the word twice and twice. Evaluator Kushal, you used the filler twice. Coming down to the table topic session, Toastmaster Bishnu, once again, he was perfect. Toastmaster Suryadeep, once again, perfect as all the meetings. Guest Diksha, you used the word a considerable number of times. Guest Naman, the word twice. Toastmaster Dalia, as smooth as her hair, I can say that, perfect. Guest Vijay, once again, you were perfect throughout the delivery without any hesitations. Toastmaster Jitesh, I felt that you used the word "and" too many times in your speech. Rest you were perfect, but you could try minimizing the use of word "and" too many times. And lastly, guest Sachin and Sujal, you both were simply all right. So signing off from the role of our counter, and I'm sure that I have made a good first impression to you people as an our counter for the very first time. So over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. I'm not sure about all of us, but you've seriously made a very good impression with Toastmaster Dalia. Having said that, I think we can now move forward to Toastmaster Sahil for the grammarian's report.
Thank you so much, Master Grammarian, I beg your pardon, General Evaluator. So starting off with the word of the day, only Toastmaster Suryadeep in his table topic used the word of the day audacious. Starting off with the good usages of grammar. Number 1, if you can't accept it here, you can't accept it anywhere. Number 2, I used to pull the string. Number 3, synchronize the objectives. And number 4, as one door closes, the other door opens. Some not so good usages of grammar were, number one, every time I used to make a mistake, I used to do this. Instead of this, the correct form is every time I made a mistake, I used to do this. Second, crisis situation. Now, instead of this phrase, the better phrase could be situation of crisis. And thirdly, at the time of renewal, instead of this, during the time of renewal. And lastly, I learned that life is a lesson. Instead of this, I learned that life was a lesson. So this was my grammarian report. Over to you, General Libat.
Thank you. Without wasting any time, over to you, President Toastmaster Akash Bhujanka.
Wow, thank you so much. Can we keep it going for our general evaluator, Toastmaster Saptarshi Roy Chaudhary? Please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what a session we had. An amazing table topic segment, a very interesting theme, and one of the most constructive general evaluations we had ever had. Well, before moving on, I'd like to request all of you that the voting link has been shared. Please cast your vote. It's in your Zoom chat and also in your WhatsApp group so that we can select the best. I'll give you 15 seconds to do so. Please cast your vote. Okay, so now I'd like to take the guest in feedback. So starting off with Diksha Gulgulia. Ma'am, can you give your feedback about the meeting? How you felt, or when are you becoming a Toastmaster? Anything?
Am I audible?
Yes, complete.
So I really think it was a good decision to attend this meeting, and I am planning to join Toastmasters because I think considering someone told you about your grammatical mistakes and also about and all those sounds plus what we could improve on our speech or anything of that sort. I think it's like considering all these things, it's something really great to improve your speaking skills or communication skills. So I think I would improve if I join.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll be waiting for you to join in as a Toastmaster. Please be a Toastmaster soon. Now, guest Vijay, can I have your feedback? Guest Vijay? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Vijay.
Yeah, it was totally a new experience, and I really liked the how the evaluation were done and how they were meant to improve and make us realize the mistakes and all. So it was really a great experience.
Thank you so much, guest Vijay. We are expecting you to join Toastmasters soon.
Yeah, sure, I will consider it.
Thank you. Next, moving on to guest Naman. Can I have your feedback?
Yes, I have a lot of fun, and I would like to thank Akash Bhaiya, who has personally invited me, and it was great to be here and improve myself. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Naman. And I'm expecting you to join Toastmasters as well. So when are you planning to join?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
I will.
Thank you so much, Naman. We'll get back to you after the meeting. Guest Pooja, can I have your feedback if you're with us? Okay. Guest Srijan Datta.
Hey, it was a lovely session. It was a huge learning experience. I loved it. I have heard a lot about Toastmasters. So I was grateful to be a part of it today, and thankful to Jitesh. He invited me personally for this. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Srijan. May I know when are you joining Toastmasters, if there's any plan?
I'm looking forward to join it soon. Absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much, Srijan. We'll be glad to have you again in our meetings. The link will be shared with all of you by Toastmaster Jitesh or by me. So please do join us again. And Guest Abhishek Junjunwala, I guess, if you're there with us.
Yes, hello.
Yeah. Can I have your feedback, sir?
It was a very good meeting and great to see enthusiasm of all the participants in the meeting. Few hiccups here and there, but overall it was a good meeting and great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Abhishek. We'll love to have you again in our meetings. The link will be shared with you soon. Well, next Sujal, guest Sujal, can I have your feedback?
Yeah, the meeting was awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of platform where we can express our feeling, our
Exactly.
Without hesitation, where nobody judge ourselves.
Right.
So, very
Thank you so much, Sujal. As all of you, most of you are students out there, I'd like to express my story with all of you. When I joined Toastmasters 2 years ago, I was a complete introvert, but with time, I started involving myself in the club. And today, I can at least speak and I have the confidence to express my feelings to people around me. So that's what Toastmaster offers. There's no one to judge you. The environment is so funny and encouraging. And that's what's the positives of a Toastmaster membership. So we expect all of you to join us. We'll be glad to have you as members. Is there any other guest who would like to give your feedback?
Yes, we're done.
Okay, great. So with that, I'd like to make an announcement. I guess I have a couple of announcements. Jitesh, can you share the screen? Is it visible now? Because it's not visible to me. Yeah. So Toastmaster Dalia has completed level 3 of her second pathway. I must mention that, motivational strategies. So kudos to her. She's one of the most dynamic leaders of our club. I'm sorry if I hurted your feelings, Dalia, because that was just meant to be funny. And in any way, I respect you in every manner. You are an inspiration for all of us and one of the most amazing leaders that we have ever came across. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Dalia, for understanding my joke. Well, moving on to another announcement. Jitesh, you can stop your screen share. Yeah. We have another announcement. Tomorrow, we have day 2 of Unoya. And I'm sure that all of you have an idea about the event. So you can go and attend there. It will start at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So there are 2 workshops and also 2 competitions. So it will be a longer day, but I feel that you all will enjoy and learn a lot. So please do join there. And you can ask me personally for the link if you want. And that's all. So now, if you have the results, Toastmaster Saptashi. Yeah.
I have sent you the results, Akash.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the best auxiliary role player, well, it goes to the first timer as the R counter. Well, Toastmaster Amlan Banerjee. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? Because taking a role for the first time and delivering it perfectly, that's something we don't expect. But Toastmaster Amlan is an example for all of us. Thank you, Toastmaster Amlan, for playing your role to perfection. Congratulations. Now moving on to the best role player. Well, it goes to the Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Archita Tiwari. I'll convey to her in the offline mode. Well, the best TT speaker, the table topic speaker, goes to Toastmaster Suryadeep Majumdar. Suryadeep, can we have your dance? Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Suryadeep, Dr. Suryadeep Majumdar. Well, moving on to the best table topic speaker in the category of guest. Okay, any guesses? Please shoot your guesses. In the category of guest, we had Diksha, we had Naman, we had other guests as well, Vijay. So please shoot your guesses. Any guesses?
Toastmaster Naman.
Well, Toastmaster. Yeah. Okay, so Vijay or Naman. Well, There's a confusion, but it goes to Toastmaster guest Naman. Well, guest Naman, congratulations. We'd love to have you as a member. Keep joining us. We'll send you the link again and again, and you can join us every time. Congratulations, guest Naman. Now moving on to the best speaker. Well, best speaker is not in criteria today because we only had one speech. Moving on to the most improved speaker, it goes to Toastmaster Radhika. Can we have a huge round of applause for our table topic master? Congratulations, Radhika. Well, congratulations to all of you. You'll get your certificates by our PR team. And now I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the role players, to thank the table topic master for coming up with innovative topics, for explaining the roles perfectly. Mind me, it was her first time as well as a table topic master, but I don't think that she has given us anything to complain about. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Radhika, for playing your role wonderfully. Well, I would also like to thank the TMOD and also the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Saptashi. You were as perfect as always. Thank you for your constructive feedback to all of us. And also the auxiliary role players. Thank you for giving your best and ensuring that this meeting is a grand success. Well, with that, I'd like to declare the meeting closed. I'd like to bang my decks again. And now we can stay back for the informal chit chat session. The meeting is formally closed. You can go for your dinner if you want. But if you have any queries or you want to have informal chit chat, you can be here.
So we need Akash.
Yeah, recording off kar de. It's over.
Akash, कितना modest